Hello, everyone. It's early, but I'm honored to be part of this conversation. It's very important. And unlike the people you've been listening to, I'm neither a scientist nor a biologist of any kind. I'm actually a recovering trial lawyer in Los Angeles. So how do I fit in? Well, I guess just the same way you do. I care about animals everywhere. And I lump people into that category, not the reverse. We're all animals. And as a lawyer, I did over 40 years of pro bono, free legal work for animals when they were in trouble. When I retired, and it was no longer a thing I could do anymore, I decided to start Ecoflix. And actually, Ian Redmond is our head of conservation, and he and I talked a great deal at the beginning. And we've developed the first nonprofit media company dedicated to saving animals on the planet. We have no commercials. We have now over 1,600 hours of programming, streaming worldwide, free to schools and hospitals, and we're available on any kind of computer, phone, and of course on your television. And we've been working hard at creating original documentaries, both long and short. We have children's programming, podcasts. In fact, Dr. Gladys is one of Ian's guests, and I have over 30 podcasts on the channel myself, as well as strange things that you wouldn't necessarily think of for a streaming channel. We have music videos, poetry about animals, and much more. But at the heart of Ecoflix, we're partnering with NGOs around the world. And our goal is to help them raise money and make films talking about the great work they're doing, because it's only through exposure and education and inspiration that comes from film that people can really jump on board. And so we make films with them about their important work as well as other issues around the planet. Several of our partners are working in Africa. But separate from the channel itself, we are also focused on problems that no one else is focused on. We're trying to find a way to save animals and the planet in ways that no other champions have tackled. And you have to say there are many, many different fantastic organizations looking at these problems, but some of the programs haven't been addressed, the problems and programs to fix them. And so we've been working with a backdrop of the idea that Julia talked about with biodiversity carbon credit, because I am not a big fan personally of carbon credit, which is essentially just a tax that companies can raise their ESG by doing nothing to change behavior. And so we're looking for programs that will actually make a difference to the planet in the way they're implemented. And so these programs involve a variety of different things. One program, for example, we call Whale Watch. It's estimated yearly, not everybody knows this, it may not be entirely accurate because no one can document it fully, that 20,000 whales a year die in ship strikes in the open ocean. That's a crime beyond imagination. And there isn't anything or anybody working on it in a way that has had any effect on the problem. So we've been developing proprietary AI-powered drones to spot whales even at nighttime and warn the ships in time to avoid the whales. And we are close to our first prototype and very excited about it. We're also working on a program to stop forest clear cutting and human-elephant conflict in Southeast Asia, particularly in Thailand and Sri Lanka, where it's reached an epic level. We're also working on a program to stop crop burning into the atmosphere worldwide. Farmers just take the easy road and they burn the residue of their crops, and it goes right into the atmosphere and does nothing but damage. And eventually it goes through the hydrologic cycle, falls back as rain, goes into rivers, streams, lakes, and oceans, and it finds its way to the deep ocean. Well, we're working on a plan to short circuit the hydrologic cycle and stop the farmers from burning their crops and pay them to sustainably bale the carbon and drop it directly in the deep ocean and stop all of that pollution. And then in Africa, we've licensed thousands of acres of land in Botswana, which, as I'm sure most of you know, is one of the most biodiverse, remarkable places in the world. And we are privately protecting the land and animals from poaching, which is not a small feat, and we're very excited about being able to do it. So please check us out. We're at www.ecoflix.com. You can support the nonprofits of your choice. And I think we all need to help, and like One Health, I think we're focused on the same things. So join us, be the change we all need to see. And I think you'll feel better when you go to bed at night. I know I do. Thank you so much.